This is our first test episode of Every Tuesdays. We'll start the episode off with a little 10-second clip of the best moment that happened on the podcast, and then we'll go straight into the introduction. And you still believe Dragon Ball Z is the better after
I don't say it's better. I just say, listen, this is good. This started with me being in New York, discovering...
Guys, Ben hates Pokemon. Cancel culture coming in strong.
This is a trap. This is a setup.
Hey guys, welcome to Every Tuesday. I'm your host, Tueday LaRue, and we're here with a very, very special guest. This is Ben Caesar. Now, if you don't know, Ben Caesar is a DJ, he's a music producer, he's also into music NFTs, and he's the founder of Tiga.
Yes.
Okay, now tell me about Tiga.
Tiga is a whole world, right? We're creating original characters that you can take the journey, because there's original music that ties with each character. They represent like a different genre. So like, what's your favorite genre?
Musicals.
Ooh. Anything else?
Hip hop.
Great. So one of the characters, our lead character, Tiga, he does a lot of like lyrical hip hop. In fact, you know what? I might add musicals to Tiga. You inspired that.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you see a musical Tiga character,
just know.
You're welcome. So it's characters who have their own music genre coming into a new world.
Anime.
An anime world.
Correct.
Okay, so have you always loved anime?
Always.
What is your first memory of like anime?
I was actually in New York. I was in New York and we were staying with some friends and they were watching Dragon Ball Z and I was like...
Oh no, Dragon Ball Z, okay.
What?
Sorry.
Don't you judge Dragon Ball Z?
I don't know, after watching Pokemon was like the one! And then Dragon Ball Z came out and I was like, I didn't
It's disrespect. This is disrespect.
Pikachu was like the highest standard, and then it just dropped after that in my
Look,
books.
I'm nothing against Pokemon. I actually met the guy who sang the lead song.
And you still believe Dragon Ball Z is the better after
I don't say it's better. I just say, listen, this is good. This started with me being in New York, discovering...
Guys, Ben hates Pokemon. Cancel culture coming in strong.
This is a trap. This is a setup.
And that's our podcast for the day. Okay, let's just rewind everything. So you fall in love with anime, you obviously have a love for music, being a DJ, being a music producer. Tell me about your journey with music and how you got into DJing and producing music.
Well, it's funny, I started as an artist and I've been performing my own music many places in the world, and more I've grown as a music producer, and I was producing for Warner Brothers, Ferrari World, and Yes Water World in Abu Dhabi.
Wow, okay, those are pretty big names.
Yeah, for a lot of the shows, and started DJing more recently.
So 2 seconds, am I right by saying you're more into the hip hop scene, like that's how you grew up?
I grew up in hip hop.
So how was that transition going into Warner Brothers in a theme park?
Crazy. It's two different worlds. It's
like Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z, just two different worlds.
We're back here?
We're back here.
Wow. Okay. Yes. Very different worlds. Thank you for the insight. No, it was great. But honestly, as a music producer, I've grown so much and been pushed, in so many different directions producing the shows. So I'm very fortunate. I
actually really like that, because I feel like as a presenter and as a performer, everything that's within the industry, as long as I'm doing what I love doing, which is performing or presenting or meeting people or being on sets, any aspect of that, whether it's behind the camera, in front of the camera, writing scripts, just being a part of that, it just teaches you so much more. Like your skill level just grows and you're able to do what you love doing even more.
Yeah, I think it's the same like with DJing. I've started DJing, I've been an artist most of my life, producer most of my life, but as a DJ, you know, it's a different skill set, but it's so related to production because I can see what works.
Do you think it's made you a better producer?
100%, 100%, because you can see like timing, you know how to control energy more, you know how to read the room, you can really gauge what works and what doesn't. So best education for producers, really.
That's amazing. Okay, so now you've gone into music. How did you get into the NFT world?
Ooh, I performed at Blockchain World.
Wow.
Yeah, towards the end of last year.
Okay.
And it was for ArtsDAO. They held that stage.
Just for everybody who doesn't know, ArtsDAO is another NFT community that is based in Dubai. They're super cool. So shout out to ArtsDAO. I know they're also pretty tight with M content. So big shout out.
Yeah, and like, you know, we've been so lucky because we've met so many cool people in Web3. And if it wasn't for the people that we know in Web3, we probably wouldn't be in Web3, or at least I wouldn't be. And we were just very lucky to have really good people around us for ArtsDAO and content team, you know, a lot of people in Dubai. So when I understood what Web3 and NFTs was about, I was like, okay, this is incredible. And Diego, you know, who I've worked with for years, he's been helping me as well plan out and build out what we're doing.
So, well, 100%, I'm in the NFT space as well, and it's so big on communities. I love the approach that they take, that everybody genuinely just wants you to win. Everybody has your back, even if you're not fully in a project, just networking and meeting. People have that of we're in this together and we're doing this together. Now, for someone who's never heard of an NFT, NFT stand for non-fungible tokens. How would you explain to an NFT to someone who's just hearing about it?
How much time you got?
You've got 10 seconds, go.
10 seconds. NFT is a digital asset that you can hold, that can be a store of value, you can trade, and it depends on how it's perceived in the community or the market. They'll often determine the value of it, but you can see the value on marketplaces, you can trade it. It's a great way to access communities.
I think that you said that perfectly.
But NFTs can be anything.
Okay, so not just
Very
pictures.
Not just JPEGs. Can be title deeds.
A JPEG is a picture.
Yeah.
It's a profile picture. PFP.
It can be title deeds. It can be certificates. It can be a lot of things.
So when you say that, you're talking about the smart contract behind the NFTs.
Correct.
So NFTs come with little smart contracts behind them. Like Ben said, they can be title deeds, which means that you could actually have a property that is linked to an NFT, and the title deed is pretty much a binding contract that lives on
blockchain.
The very I won't say thrown on word, but the very used word, blockchain.
Blockchain.
Which we love.
Good word.
Okay, I think I hear a sound. There is a sound. Can you hear it?
The blockchain?
The it's calling. So, that sound means it is time for rapid fire questions.
Ooh.
Okay, so rapid fire questions mean that you have 30 seconds and I'm going to ask you 10 questions. Now, the highest score that we've had so far is 7 questions answered in 30 seconds. Are you up for the challenge? Can you beat the score?
Can I say no?
Cool, we're ready to start. Okay, counting you down.
Yes.
You got this.
Yes.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hold on, sorry, that's completely my fault. Here we go. 3,
Sorry, no?
2, 1. What is your worst food?
Trifle.
Trifle. What's your favorite color?
Green.
What is summer or winter?
Summer.
Your best childhood memory?
Eating.
One regret that you have in life?
Not eating enough.
Apples or Windows on a computer?
Apple.
Okay. Your favorite movie?
Ooh, Avatar.
Pool or the beach?
Avatar Last Airbender. What?
Pool or the beach?
The beach.
Oh, Ben, time is up.
You asked slowly, like you sabotaging.
Nope, that is
You
7 questions.
Slurred, you
7
repeated.
questions answered in 30
saw that
seconds.
on camera.
Which means you are now tied for first place on our
Good.
rapid fire question.
Rematch. I demand a rematch.
Okay, well, we're gonna have a rematch.
I got rugged.
You guys don't know, that is an NFT term for actually. How do you even describe being rugged?
What just happened?
What just-
I was
literally-
told one thing and another thing happened. Is basically a rug.
Okay, so before we end off, Ben, just tell us a little bit about how you grew up, where you got to where you are. I know that you said you've traveled a little bit.
Yes, born in Dominica in the Caribbean. I've traveled in many countries, been blessed to travel, seen a lot of different cultures, music cultures, met a lot of people from different walks of life, and it's really informed who I am as a person and, the music that I make.
That is beautiful. Well, on that incredible note, guys, we will see you next Tuesday on Every Tuesdays with your host, Tueday LaRue. This has been the incredible Ben Caesar. Check him out and make sure to put your comment in the comment box. We're out.